Hello, this is Pastor Scott Kruse with the Deeper Rock, the daily devotional that tracks along with our Rock Talks every Sunday at 10 o'clock. As of August 5th, we'll be meeting at the West Acres Cinema. I hope to see you there. Today we're in John chapter 1, verses 1 through 18, and there's lots of cool stuff in this section of Scripture, the least of which not is that Jesus pre-existed his coming to earth. He was God long before he became Messiah. He was there in the creation of the world, and I just think that's really awesome, that our God that existed forever left heaven, and came to earth to chase after me and love me. That is really neat. But the verse that we want to zero in on today is John chapter 1, verse 9, and here it is. It says, "The true light that gives light to every man was coming to the world." The true light that gives light to every man was coming to the world. You know what the problem with light is? The problem with light is it exposes. I used to be a waiter at the Fargo Country Club. Best job I ever had. I loved that job. But I remember thinking that, they would turn down the lights in that place, and that was really a good thing because my clothes are often a complete mess. And I'd be in the kitchen and look down at all the bright lights, and it was a mess. But I would walk out with those lights dimmed and the candles on, and you look down and my pants just look black. They look perfectly fine because there wasn't very much light. I walked in the kitchen and I looked like a slob, but out in the dining room, maybe I looked like more of a slob than I really thought. But the fact is the light exposes. And when Jesus came, he's the light, and he exposes our shame. But then, like we find in Genesis chapter 1, that he covers us. When the animals were killed to cover Adam and Eve, that was a foreshadowing of the forgiveness and the grace and the covering that Jesus would give us. And he covers my shame. So that's pretty awesome. That his light exposes, but then he covers it by putting himself on. He took my shame upon himself, so that now I can hold my head high again because I'm forgiven. Now, what about those people in our world that I've sinned, I go to God, I ask for forgiveness, and I want to keep myself covered. I don't want to be authentic because then you might not like me. If you knew the real Scott, you might not love me. But Jesus wants me to be authentic. I look in the Word and I find that Jesus got angry, emotionally furious with hypocrisy. I don't believe he wants us to be hypocrites. And so what does that mean? That means that at the Rock, I need to really challenge myself to say, Jesus, you forgave me, and I'm going to be myself. I'm not going to pretend that I'm more holy than I really am. And when people attack me, when they come at me and accuse me, I'm going to look to my Jesus, and I'm going to say, Lord, if you forgive me, I'm forgiven. If you love me, I must be lovable. If you accept me, it doesn't matter if anybody else ever does. And so I want to encourage you today to be authentic, to be real, even if it means showing things in your life that are unattractive, because his grace is on you. He has covered you. He has forgiven you. In our world today, I believe that people value authenticity, and that's what I want to be like. May the Lord richly bless you, and I hope to see you in church on Sunday.